Hi everyone! Today I am working on a fun little project that I thought I would share with you. It's a quick one, but I'm going to share it anyway just because it might come in handy for some of you. I am making a quick Bagalope, and I was first introduced to these about 15 years ago, maybe more, by one of my first Stampin' Up! Events that I went to with my sister, and it was really a unique little project, made a bag out of an envelope, which is where we get the word Bagalope. And let me show you. Here is my Bagalope. So it is an envelope, and you just do some tricky little folding, and all of a sudden it is now a bag. And it's super easy and really inexpensive to make because you're just using an envelope, and it's already got a lot of scoring done for you. It's already a little pocket. It's so fast, and I needed something fast. So I want to show you how to make it, and then I'm on my way. Okay, so you want to take an envelope, and we sell, of course, Stampin' Up! Has Very Vanilla and Whisper White. So I'm using a Whisper White, but vanilla would work great too. And obviously you can adjust the sizes to different envelopes. I'm using standard Stampin' Up! Envelope. So you need to first seal it. So depending upon the envelope that you choose, let me grab, I have an aqua painter on my desk. I'm going to seal it with that. Just because we're in the time of COVID, I don't want to get anybody sick, although I'm not sick. So anyway, I'm going to seal the sides. Stampin' Up! Envelopes don't have a lot of seal on the side, doesn't have any seal on the side, and I want it to lay pretty close and flat. So I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. Alright, so you're sealing the envelope. Okay? And then you're going to do your decoration. Now it's white or vanilla, and you can really dress these up fast with some sponging and do all kinds of fun coloring. The nice thing about Stampin' Up! Envelopes is they are smooth. They're a nice quality stamping envelope. Sometimes envelopes are made out of a rougher paper and the ink doesn't lie as nicely as they do on our envelopes. Just a little tip there. So I'm going to create a background using the leaves. So I'm just going to grab some fun colors. I think I wanted some yellow. I think I grabbed Mango Melody, just so it, I don't know, slight orange to it. And so I'm just going to stamp. And the mango one, I'm going full strength. And I'm just going to stamp the leaves kind of all around. Maybe a couple more. Not 100% sure what's going to show up. I'm going to turn it over and do the other side as well. I really have a lot of squirrels in our yard, so I thought when I saw this squirrel set, I thought it was so cute. In fact, Elmhurst had a big squirrel lovers club, I remember, that was pretty active a while back, and they were introducing different squirrel species. We had some beautiful black squirrels, not very many. I remember the first time I saw one in the yard, I thought, what is that? A few weeks later saw an article in the paper talking about the black squirrels that they have, and I thought, what? It was beautiful. It's shiny. If I find a picture, I know I took some pictures of it because I didn't know what it was at first, and I sent them to my husband. I'm like, look at what is in our backyard right now. And so I might have them somewhere on my computer. Let's see if I can find it. Or maybe you know all about black squirrels. I did not. So the old olive I'm kind of stamping off a little bit just to lighten it up. And then, since I have the old olive open, I'm going to add some veins with the old olive also. Okay. This is Cajun Craze, and that one I'm going to stamp off too. I just want it a little lighter, so I'm going to stamp off to the side and remove some of that ink. And now I'm going to add the veins full strength in Cajun Craze. And then for the veins on the mango, oops, I took that off. I used cinnamon cider. I'll show you what fits in here when I get done. Imagine you can do these easily with hot chocolate packets too and make them more of a wintry feel. Alright, my background is done. Now I did want to add a branch to anchor this little guy, and I should have done that first so I knew where to put it, but that's okay. I think it's all good. I'm going to add a branch. About here. That's okay, the leaf can be behind it. Alright, now what you need to do is score your sides. So I'm going to grab my trimmer here and score a 1/2 inch on 3 sides. And we're going through a couple layers here, so I'm going to go back and forth just a couple times. You don't want to rip your envelope though, so be careful. Alright. Okay, so I've got my scoring. Now you can see why I put the branch off to the side, because I knew I was going to score there. Okay, and then a bone folder works nicely here because you're going to want to get a nice crisp edge. So grab if you don't have a bone folder, you can use a ruler or you can use your fingernail or something. Think about what you have. You can even take a block and run it across. But a bone folder is going to be nice when we open this up because it can get in the corners. Alright, so we got those. And then we have to do the bottom also. This one can be tricky because it's got those layers from the flap and all that, so careful with that one. Okay. And you may even want to go back on the other side. Okay. Now, for this side that we didn't score, we need to cut that open. So we're just going to take our trimmer. It doesn't matter how far from the side, you just want to cut that open. Okay, so now we need to open this up. So here's where that bone folder comes in nice and handy. What we're doing is we're kind of flattening the sides, and we need to create this kind of gusset here, this little point. So when you open it up and try to flatten that bottom, make it into the bag shape, that bone folder helps in putting it in that corner. If you don't have that, you can maybe grab a pencil to get in that corner. And what you're doing is you're just kind of flattening out that bottom that we created by scoring. And now we have a gusseted side. I guess, I'm not sure if I'm using that term correctly, but it just means that it's pleated like this. So we've kind of turned our envelope into a paper bag. So there we go. Now you've got these little points here, and what you do with those is kind of up to you. So some people I have seen take them and fold them up and then attach them, gluing them on the side like that. I like to glue mine to the bottom. I don't know why. I think it just makes the edge look cleaner. So I like to do that. Now the other thing is you want to make sure you do it nice and flat, because you do want your bags to stand up. At least I like it when my bags stand up. So I'm going to take a little bit of glue and I'm going to put it on those little triangles. And then what I do is I put them over, kind of grab that bone folder again, make sure that they're making good contact, and then I take a stamp block, and I just shove it down in there for a minute while I finish the rest of what I'm going to do. So the rest of what I'm going to do is make a squirrel. So this stamp set, again, super cute. I'm going to use the outline of the squirrel and stamp it in Early Espresso. Now if you don't like cutting out, you could plan ahead and stamp the squirrel directly onto your Bagalope. I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. Now there's not a punch or anything or a die for this, so you have to kind of hand cut it out. I don't mind that sort of thing, so I'm going to do that. So I've got my base, and then there is a filler stamp. Now that's another thing you have to decide. Do you want to use the filler stamp or do you want to color it in with your markers? I like to use the filler stamp just because, why not? And you know, squirrels come in so many different shades of brown, and I love a nice chestnutty looking one, but that's not how they look around here. See how in the catalog, this is kind of very similar to what's going on in the catalog, isn't it? Same colors, but this kind of cute little gingery color is my favorite, but we don't even have those around here. At least I've never seen one. So I'm going to go with more true to life for my area of town, since we do have a lot of squirrel lovers here. And I'm going to stamp off and lighten up. That's soft suede, by the way. And then, I'm sorry, my head is going to get in here because I want to line this guy up. I'm going to line up my little squirrel. And isn't he just the cutest? I think he's the cutest. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. I'll cut it out on fast forward. Okay, I have cut out this darling little squirrel. So I want to show you. Here's my original. Okay, and I'm using this ribbon here, which is retired. Now there's all kinds of beautiful ribbons you can choose from, but I wanted to say that just today, this morning, the clearance rack was updated, and they added a whole bunch of stuff, and they added all these ribbons. This one's from last year that retired, and the colors are still here. This is still colors that are current, and they added a whole bunch of ribbons to the clearance rack in our current colors, but they're just retired styles of ribbon, and they're great prices. And I have to say, I did in fact order a bunch of ribbon because I make a lot of these little treat boxes, and this ribbon was like $2.40 or something for a whole roll, and I got every color. And definitely go check out the clearance rack. Okay, I think that's dry. So we're going to go ahead and stick this little squirrel right here on the branch. He's so cute. And I'm going to use dimensionals just to pop him up just a little bit off the page. Put this guy here, and then I already cut out, just because I felt like it, this other little squirrel. He was so cute, and I'm going to put him down at the bottom. So I was thinking in my head of this page, and so it looks very much like this page. It says simplify or step it up. Look at the catalog and notice those little things, because like simple version, stepped up a little bit, stepped up a little more. Kind of what I'm doing here. I did a simple version, and then I stepped it up a little more by adding a little topper, and now I'm stepping it up just a little bit more by adding yet another squirrel, and then we're going to decorate that topper. And then I'm going to show you what fits in there, because you can actually get quite a lot in there, and there's some fun things that you can get in there that work with these squirrels. Alright, so here this goes down like this. Okay, so you can just tie a ribbon around it. You could punch holes in here and tie a bow through it. But what I did is I grabbed a little topper. This is just, you measure how wide your paper is. Now if you scored at a 1/2 inch on either side like I did, then this is going to be 3 1/4. Okay, and then you can make it however deep you want. This is a scrap and it happened to be 2 inches. So then I'm going to fold it in half. So I'm going to score it at 1 inch. Like that. And then, just to make it even more fancy, why not? I'm going to add a fun little scallop to the top. Let's see, what do I want to add? I could add this little guy, this little sweet little scallops. That is cute. This is called Basic Borders, and it's overlooked, I think, in the catalog. I haven't sold very many, so that's why I think it's overlooked. So nice, these little edges. There's clouds, super cute. I'm going to add this one. And I'm going to step away because I'm going to use my big shot, which is over here. Alright, that just gave it the sweetest little edge, didn't it? So you're going to fold it in half, and then you're going to glue the back of it, the back flap, to your Bagalope. Okay, and then we're going to, let me put this aside. I'm going to tie this ribbon. Alright, let's make sure it's long enough to tie a bow. Okay. Now I like it to stay in place, so what I'm going to do is put a little bit of tear tape back here. And then, oh, we got to fill it. So, but I wanted to show you what fits in it. There's so many cute things I saw at the grocery store. So I found, oh, and I put them all inside this other open, let me grab the bag so you can see. Okay, look, I found these cute little packs of nuts. And that works perfectly with my Nuts About You, right? So you've got these really fun little packs of nuts. Now this one is a little bigger, so you have to fold it a little bit. This one fits like a glove. And they come in different kinds. And then I also found these little pecan clusters by Russell Stover, or there's Fannie Mae ones, but the grocery store was out of them. And these happen to be sugar-free ones, but anyway, these are so fun in here because it says Nuts About You, which we need to make. I forgot to make that little tag. And again, I'm using a scrap here, so let me just stamp that. I love using my scraps. So I'm going to just stamp it and cut it about 1 inch, maybe by 2 inches. This started out longer and I've just been cutting it and cutting it and cutting it as I've made these. So what I need them for is I have parent-teacher conferences tonight. So maybe it's a bribe. I don't know. Maybe it is. I guess I can fess up to that. No, my kids are not troublemakers, usually. Alright, so that is about 1 inch, and I think it's about 1.5 inches, maybe 1 3/4 inches. And I'm going to flag this. You know, there's a trick to this silly little punch. I think it's called tailored punch. You can go like this and kind of make a nice little edge there. And I kind of center it between these lines in the bottom of the punch. And you've got this like little tagged end. I kind of just grab what's next to me. There's a lot of things you can do that with. Square punches. Okay, so what do I do with my Bagalope? There it is. Alright, so I'm going to fill it. So what I meant is these fit like a glove. Like seriously, you can put 2 packs in there. I think that's what I'll do, actually. Or maybe a pack and a candy. A pack and a candy. Perfect. Now this one will also fit in there, but I've noticed that, let me show you. Or you can do peanut M&Ms if you're looking for something easy. Peanut M&Ms are always yummy. Alright, so this fits in there. You just have to fold both sides in. See? Fits. And that's a kind of a nice, substantial looking bag. You know, it looks like a nice little treat. And I figured teachers are in teacher appreciation, or you know, not teacher appreciation, student conferences all night. They could use a snack, right? Not a bride. Alright, so this is my stepped up version. So I've got real simple. I don't know what teacher's going to get that one. My least favorite was always math, but actually my son's favorite is math. Which is kind of funny. He's got geography, and he loves it. He says it's like a puzzle. Ugh. I love puzzles, but not geography. Geometry, not geography, sorry. He does have geography also. I don't like that bow. So I hope you like these little squirrels. They're so cute, and I like squirrels. I like watching them. They like chase each other around the tree in our yard, and we have a lot of squirrels. Not kidding. Elmhurst, Illinois. We had the International Squirrel Lovers Club. I don't know if they still do. There's not a member. But we do have an awful lot of squirrels, and I do enjoy them. I can see this one tree from where I sit at dinner, and there's a tree across the street that has a hole in it, and they run and they chase each other in, out one hole and out the other. I like my bows to stay where I want them, so I usually throw a glue dot behind. Oh, and I forgot to put my Nuts About You. You can leave that off if you're a little worried about what you're saying to the teacher or whoever you're giving it to, but I think it's cute. I'm going to stick it right in there. Alright, there is my Bagalope. I hope you'll give it a try, and you can decorate these so many different ways. Here's my simple, and slightly stepped up, and stepped up even more. And I do like this one the best. So there it is. I will show you that it stands. I just, then you can't see it. So there it is, Bagalope. Have fun making one. If you would love to share with us, I have a Facebook page called Beth's Paper Cuts Idea Sharing Group, and there you can post what you did with an envelope. You can post your Bagalopes. We want to share and get ideas, and usually, honestly, I'm the only one that posts, but I would love to see your posts. So if you make a Bagalope, share it there, and I would love to see what you're doing. Or if you made something else with these squirrels, because they are so cute. Thanks for watching. Bye.